is asking about the right time to pray tahajjud. We've answered this question so many times. I'll put it in a nutshell. We have a big umbrella that is called night prayer. And night prayer is any prayer you pray after Isha until the adhan of Fajr, which is the break of dawn. So all of this is called night prayer. Now, underneath this umbrella, you have something called Taraweeh. And Taraweeh is any prayer prayed in congregation in the masjid during the nights of Ramadan after Isha. Then we have something called Tahajjud. And usually Tahajjud is anything prayed at the night time prayer, providing that is preceded by sleeping. So if someone prays Al-Isha and goes to bed and wakes up at, let's say, 12 o'clock, this is, and he starts to pray, this is called Tahajjud. And the best time for Tahajjud is the last third of the night. And how do we recognize the last third of the night? By calculating the time from sunset till the break of dawn and dividing it over 3. The last third before Fajr is called the last third of the night, and this is the best time for Tahajjud. As for his second question, Abu Yusuf, in Tahajjud, in voluntary prayers, or in fard prayers, if you are doing sujood, the mandatory basic thing for you to say is Subhana Rabbi al-A'la wa bihamdih. Once is the minimum, 3 is the right thing to do, the sky is the limit. This is sufficient. Now if you want to add some dua, this is your own right. So you can say it 3 times and say Allahu Akbar and sit. And you can say Subhana Rabbi al-A'la 3 times, and then you may say different dua. رب اغفر لي ارحمني عافني اجبرني ارزقني ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين ربنا آتنا whatever you want to ask Allah Azza wa Jal, you can do that, and the sky is the limit. But if you want to restrict yourself only to the mandatory dhikr and say Subhana Rabbi al-A'la wa bihamdih 3 times, and likewise in ruku' Subhana Rabbi al-Azim wa bihamdih 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, whatever, and without increasing or without adding, that is, without adding any dua afterwards, this is totally legit and permissible. Generally speaking, I'm sitting in my room, I'm not doing anything, all of a sudden I want to make dua to Allah Azza wa Jal, to guide my children to abide by Islam and guide my daughters to abide by hijab. What to do? There are etiquettes. Now this is a general dua. The etiquette is to raise my hands and to praise Allah Azza wa Jal, Allahumma lakal hamdu hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fi, and to offer salutation, what is known as darood in Urdu. So I say Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Because the Prophet said alayhi salatu salam, dua is blocked between heaven and the earth until you offer salutation upon me. So we have to offer salutation upon the Prophet ﷺ. And after that I would say, oh Allah, guide my children to abide by Islam. Oh Allah, guide my daughters to abide by the hijab. And go on. This is the etiquette of dua. Now when I am in sujood, the Prophet told us that when you're sujood, you are as close as you can be to Allah Azza wa Jal. So make dua. And he did not tell us praise Allah Azza wa Jal or offer salutation upon the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. So we go directly without doing that. And also before salam, after the salutation in the last rak'ah, the Prophet says as salam, choose whatever dua you wish. So praising Allah Azza wa Jal is not part of the Sunnah here. And offering the salutation is not needed because I have just done this a couple of seconds ago. Now, Fatiha is not included at all. She says, Sania, do I need to recite the Fatiha? Fatiha is never recited when making dua, whether generally speaking or when you are in sujood. Not only that, it is prohibited to be recited in sujood. It is prohibited to be recited before the salam, because this is an innovation. And in the sujood, it is prohibited to recite the Quran. Therefore, you are not allowed to do this. You don't have to praise Allah or offer salutation upon the Prophet ﷺ. What happens if I do? During sujood, it's okay. It's a dua. But it is not part of the sunnah to do so, because we were not directed to do so. And